plant in the shallow coastal waters of the world's oceans, where sunlight dances across coral and current shapes life moment by moment, lives a creature that appears more like a flower than an animal, gently swaying with the rhythm of the sea, adorned with soft flowing tentacles. The sea anemone is often mistaken for a plant, yet beneath this delicate appearance lies a complex predator, an ancient survivor, and a cornerstone of marine ecosystems that has existed for more than 500 million years. Sea anemones belong to one of the oldest groups of animals on Earth, predating dinosaurs, forests, and even the first fish. Fossil evidence suggests that creatures closely resembling modern anemones thrived in Earth's oceans over 500 million years ago. Through mass extinctions, shifting continents, and dramatic climate changes, anemones endured quietly, adapting, evolving, and continuing their silent dance beneath the waves. At first glance, the anatomy of a sea anemone seems deceptively simple. A cylindrical body anchors itself to rock, coral, or seabed, while a crown of tentacles radiates outward from a central mouth. But this simplicity hides a marvel of biological efficiency. The anemone has no brain, no heart, and no blood. Instead, it relies on a decentralized nerve net, allowing it to respond instantly to touch, light, and chemical changes in the water. Those elegant tentacles are far more than ornamental. Each one is armed with thousands of microscopic stinging cells called nemat. When triggered, these cells fire tiny harpoon-like structures at lightning speed, injecting venom into unsuspecting prey. For small fish, crustaceans, and plankton, contact with an anemone's tentacles is often fatal. The prey is paralyzed, drawn toward the mouth, and slowly digested within the anemone's gastrovascular cavity. Digestion in an anemone is both primitive and efficient. Enzymes break down prey externally before nutrients are absorbed internally. Whatever cannot be digested is later expelled back into the sea. This ancient digestive system reflects a time when life was simpler, yet remarkably effective. Sea anemones come in an astonishing range of sizes and colors. Some species are no larger than a fingernail, while others, like the giant green anemone, can grow wider than a dinner plate. Their colors range from translucent whites and earthy browns to vibrant reds, electric blues, neon greens, and glowing purples. These colors are not merely decorative. They serve purposes ranging from camouflage to warning signals and even housing for symbiotic algae. One of the most fascinating aspects of sea anemones is their symbiotic relationships. Perhaps the most famous partnership in the ocean is between sea anemones and clownfish. Protected by a special mucus coating, clownfish are immune to the anemone's stings. In return for shelter among the tentacles, clownfish defend the anemone from predators, clean parasites, and provide nutrient-rich waste that feeds the anemone and its symbiotic algae. This mutual relationship is a masterclass in coevolution over millions of years. Clownfish and anemones adapted to each other's presence so precisely that many species of clownfish can survive with only one or two specific anemone species. Without their anemone hosts, clownfish struggle to survive in the wild, and without clownfish, many anemones grow more slowly and are more vulnerable to predators. But clownfish are not the only creatures to rely on anemones. Shrimp, crabs, juvenile fish, and even some species of worms make their homes among the tentacles. Each guest follows its own survival strategies, some offering protection, others cleaning debris, and some merely hiding from larger predators. The anemone becomes a living fortress, a hub of biodiversity in the underwater world. Despite their gentle appearance, anemones are formidable survivors. When threatened, they can retract their tentacles into their body, shrinking into a hardened, almost featureless mass. Some species can even detach themselves from the seabed and drift away, slowly crawling or floating to safer locations. Others burrow into sand or crevices, exposing only their tentacles to passing prey. At the same time, many anemones reproduce asexually through cloning. They may split in half, bud off new individuals, or leave fragments of their body behind, as they move each fragment capable of growing into a fully formed anemone. This ability to clone themselves allows anemones to rapidly dominate favorable environments and ensures survival even when conditions are harsh. Some sea anemones exhibit an extraordinary trait, biological immortality. While they can be eaten, damaged, or killed by environmental changes, they do not appear to age in the traditional sense. As long as conditions remain suitable, an anemone can live indefinitely, continuously regenerating its tissues. Some individuals in captivity are believed to be more than 80 years old, and in the wild, their lifespans may be far longer. Sea anemones play a critical role in marine ecosystems. By controlling populations of small fish and plankton, they help maintain ecological balance. Their presence creates microhabitats that increase local biodiversity, supporting food webs that extend far beyond the anemone itself. In coral reef systems, they contribute to nutrient cycling and habitat stability. However, like many marine organisms, sea anemones face growing threats from human activity. Climate change is warming ocean waters, causing stress that disrupts their symbiotic algae. Pollution introduces toxins that interfere with reproduction and growth. Coastal development destroys habitats, while irresponsible tourism damages fragile reef systems where anemones thrive. Ocean acidification poses an especially insidious threat. As carbon dioxide dissolves into seawater, it alters the chemical balance of the ocean. While anemones do not have hard skeletons like corals, these changes still affect their metabolism, reproduction, and the survival of the ecosystems they support. The loss of anemones would ripple outward, impacting countless marine species. Scientists study sea anemones not only to understand ocean ecosystems, but also to unlock secrets of regeneration, venom chemistry, and cellular immortality. Their simple body structure makes them ideal model organisms for studying fundamental biological processes. Research into anemone venom has already contributed to pain management studies and neurological research. In aquariums around the world, sea anemones captivate viewers with their alien beauty, yet caring for them in captivity is challenging. They require precise water conditions, lighting, and nutrient balance. When these needs are met, anemones flourish, forming long-lasting bonds with clownfish and becoming living centerpieces of marine displays. Beyond science and aquariums, sea anemones have inspired mythology, art, and storytelling. Their flower-like form and hidden danger mirror themes found throughout human culture, beauty intertwined with power, fragility, concealing strength. In many ways, the anemone reflects the ocean itself, calm on the surface, complex and formidable beneath. As currents continue to carry larvae across oceans and tentacles continue to sway with timeless rhythm, sea anemones remain silent witnesses to Earth's changing seas. They have survived ice ages, mass extinctions, and planetary upheaval. Whether they endure the age of humanity depends largely on the choices made today. Protecting the ocean means protecting creatures like the sea anemone, organisms that may seem small or passive, yet form the foundation of entire ecosystems. In their quiet persistence, anemones remind us that survival does not always belong to the fastest or strongest, but often to those that adapt, endure, and coexist. In the end, the sea anemone is not just a creature of tentacles and venom. It is a living archive of Earth's history, a guardian of marine life, and a symbol of resilience in a constantly shifting world. As long as oceans breathe and currents flow, the anemone's ancient dance continues unchanged, enduring and endlessly mesmerizing.